My name is Dale Wilhite. I live here in Telluride, Colorado, and I have a page on MySpace. This concept of mine is called an American Cinderella. It's a really neat concept that I pitched on the internet quite a few times and gave it even to my agent one time. And but again, as I said, with the entertainment industry kind of dead right now, you might say, it may or may never make it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it anyway. I've got about 300, so I've got plenty of more concepts, that is. Okay, American Cinderella is something that would probably, if it was produced, would probably be considered reality television. What happens is each year, some entertainer or musician, male entertainer or musician, will be chosen, or will go through, or there'll be a lottery system or some type of system, who will be an escort on a particular night to an American Cinderella. And you know, it might be a Brad Pitt type person, it might be a Tom Cruise type person. There's quite a few entertainers, male entertainers and musicians. Hopefully they'll pick somebody, or the person chosen will be, you know, a decent person. Okay, not that those two are not. I'm just pointing out that there are some entertainers, male entertainers and females, that are pretty bad, but most are okay. Anyhow, the American Cinderella would be a female, obviously, who would be in high school or possibly college. I prefer high school, but I have a feeling that if a television network was back this, that it would probably be some lady in college, because she would be probably older. I mean, obviously older and more mature. Although there are some high school students that are in their 20s in this country. Anyhow, now to explain to you how this American Cinderella would be chosen, I have to go back in time to the early 70s, and there was a movie called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I think they just did a remake of it with this big time actor. In fact, he could be maybe one of the escorts chosen. And in the movie, this kid, you know, you get like a little slip. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a piece of paper that's in a candy wrapper. And Gene Wilder, of course, was the main, played Willy Wonka. And, you know, I think it was like 5 of them, and 5 kids, you know, got them. And if they got real lucky, it would be found in their candy wrapper, and this kid was the last one to find it. And so they all got invited to go on a tour to the chocolate factory of Willy Wonka's. And that's basically how this would take place. You know, a girl that is a high school student, probably of the 12th grade, would probably have to be of the 12th grade, or a female college student of any college, not just some big Ivy League school or some big giant college. It can be even a community college. Would somehow have to find something like that, but not in a candy wrapper. In the world we live in today, you know, putting stuff like that in candy and having all these kids, you know, find just tons of Snicker bars and Tootsie Rolls, and hoping to find us that, you know, like a golden egg or something in there. That won't work. It's got to be put in something that would be acceptable, and of course wouldn't have these kids going crazy and wasting their money on, you know, junk food. Even though I eat a lot of junk food, obviously. That's why I'm so hyper, I guess. But anyhow, it would be something like that. It would be like, it could be a lottery. It could be something like that. But what I would like it to be is something where nobody can control it. And this is the only way it could be done. It could be placed in, I don't know, there's just so many things that slip. What it would be a slip of paper that would be signed by, let's say, the television network president that's going to broadcast what I'm about to pitch here. And there's only one in the country, and that's all there could be. They would just have to find a way to put it somewhere, put it in something, you know, and it has to show up somewhere. But it could only be students, high school students in the 12th grade and up, or college students, all female of course, could would be looking for it and would have access to it. I really don't know yet what you could do that. Again, I don't want to use candy and things like that because that's just something that hasn't really been thought through yet. But I think it could be done. And again, it could be a lottery, it could be a contest, it could be something like that. But what I'm trying to say is I don't want something where somebody can control this, can kind of point it to some girl somewhere, some lady somewhere. I want this to be where nobody is ever going to guess who wins it. Nobody will know. It's impossible. So I just think putting it in some type of food item somewhere that would be common, let's say at college campuses, something like that, or at high schools. And whoever finds it, again, it just might be a slip of paper, a very special paper made of, colored gold or something, and something that is, there's no doubt of what it is. Okay, now I haven't got much time here. So you get the idea. Now, let's say some girl from Alabama finds it. Let's say she's a 12th grade college student. Okay, then all of a sudden the cameras converge when the winner is announced. Of course, the girl has to call in her parents, and of course then it has to be verified, and then that's when probably all the cameras come in, and then she will be the winner. And then what happens is they go through the routine. This actor on a certain day, or musician, on a certain night, will be in Alabama to pick her up, and I don't have to tell you how he's going to pick her up, do I? And I don't have to tell you where he's going to take her. So there's a lot of preparation that has to be done before that night, doesn't it? And she's going to go to the ball, or with this man. You know about the slippers, you know all about that, and it's just going to be one big party. It's got to be 100% clean, non-political, non-sexual. It's just something for everybody to enjoy, and a television audience to enjoy. And this girl that's up to that time probably has had no fame in her life is going to be dancing with some famous movie star or musician. I wish I was present live. He might be in his 70s, but I'm still sure there'd be a lot of girls that like to dance with him. But anyway, I think you get the idea. And that's what the American Cinderella is. It's like a reality television show that only happens once a year. And, of course, you have TMZ and all these other people, guessing who's going to win it, who's going to get it, and things like that. It'd be interesting. It'd be fun. It'd be nice to see some poor American girl or lady. They're all ladies anyway. Win that. That would be so cool. And I think anyone who watches this would agree with me. That comes out of nowhere. Anyway, I have to leave it there because this thing only lasted 10 minutes, so I have to stop here. Anyway, I'm still pitching this idea. I have given it to my agent before, and but with the entertainment industry the way it is, it's going to be a hard sell. But I'm going to give it a try. But anyway, I just thought I'd share it, and hopefully the idea will become a reality one day. Thank you for your time.